Brock Burge, senior, offensive line, defensive line.
Joel Ford, senior, quarterback, defensive back.
Jeremy Ford, senior, offensive defensive line. Dog!
Ashton Howell, senior, offensive and defensive line.
Xavier Kendall, senior, wide receiver, safety.
Theo Kazee, senior, safety, and split end.
Austin McDonald, senior, linebacker.
Eric Moon, senior, running back, wide receiver, corner. Dog!
Kevin Russell, senior, wide receiver, safety. Jesse Blackburn, junior, receiver, cornerback. Dog!
Drayton Hughes, junior, offensive and defensive line. Dog!
Noah Jacobs, junior, offensive, defensive line.
Devin Johnson, junior, running back, linebacker.
Ethan Miller, junior, tight end, DN. Dog.
Ryan Babcock, sophomore, running back, corner.
Preston Beckman, sophomore, offensive guard, defensive tackle.
Kane Craig, sophomore, defensive tackle, offensive tackle.
Tyler Davis, sophomore, quarterback, receiver, D-back.
Dog! Patrick Drake, sophomore, wide receiver, D-back.
Jackson Glendenning, sophomore, offensive and defensive lineman. I can't count to 64.
Peyton Gower, sophomore, tackle, linebacker.
Trey Sanchez, sophomore, running back, linebacker.
Dayton Huguenin, sophomore, left guard, defensive tackle.
Leighton Johnson, sophomore, offensive center, defensive right tackle.
Carson Meidel, sophomore, fullback, defensive tackle.
Taylor Reimer, sophomore, defensive tackle.
Brad Rodriguez, sophomore, middle linebacker, fullback. Dog!
Eli Stemper, running back, sophomore, D-end. Number 22 on the field, number 1 in your girl's heart.
Brett Shelton, sophomore, DN.
Dog!
Jordan Taylor, sophomore, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Landon Wyatt, sophomore, split end, safety.
Jaden Allen, freshman, wide receiver, D1 recruit.
Jaden Boyle, freshman, offense, defensive line.
Adrian Hassel, freshman, offensive, defensive line.
Caden Hudson, freshman, fullback, linebacker.
Dog!
Kyron Hughes, freshman, offensive, defensive line.
Avery Jacobs, freshman, running back, and defensive back.
Cole Keaton, freshman, guard, linebacker. Dog!
Seth Keaton, freshman, guard, and linebacker.
Caden Seams, freshman, offensive, defensive line. Dog!
Hunter Sisson, freshman, linebacker, and running back. Caden Sisson, freshman, quarterback, cornerback. Dog!
Alex Van Allen, freshman, wide receiver, and safety.
Leighton Wyatt, freshman, receiver, and safety.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, Coombs Trucking, Dana Grandman at American Family Insurance, Firebolt Ag LLC, and Farmers National Bank. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County Online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Ken Pockabeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, Located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
Hi?
We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Let us shop for you. Contact Rogers & Associate to learn more.
Here right away.
Well, and like we talked about, there's maybe 2 miles worth of wind. There's just nothing. You know, it blew us all down here and then it just stopped.
Yeah. They have the clock set at 12 minutes. The officials are getting in their respective places, and we should be just about ready to go here for this kickoff, as Panthers are kind of on the field. Southwest going over their final instructions from their coaching staff, and we'll see what the Panthers can get done here against the Mustangs. Again, both teams coming in here 2-6 on the year, 1-4 in district play, and we should just be about ready to go here as far as they go. And now the Panthers break their huddle. They line up. A Southwestern player going back over to get something as far as the kickoff. And they should be just about ready to go here once he darts back out onto the field. So now they hand the ball to him, and he should put it on the ground. This game, Jason, anything goes. You can have onside kicks, you can have reverses, you can have halfback throws, you can have there's absolutely nothing to lose in this game.
Right. They should come out here and be a freewheeling, you know, happy-go-lucky, thankful that you get one more game.
So they have it teed up. There's a signal from the official. Now the kicker attacks it, trying to pooch it over. Hanchett gets under it, catches it, makes one guy miss, and he wrestles down and gets it back up to about, we're going to say about the 43-yard line. So the Panthers will start 1st and 10 from that spot.
Yeah, that was just, that was a high kick. He didn't even kick it 15 yards basically in the air.
Maybe they were just trying to pooch it over and maybe get it on the, mishandle or something. So Panthers do start 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Panthers break the huddle. They send one wide out to the near side. They start out in the wishbone. Blackburn under center, takes it, hands out to Johnson. Johnson follows blockers, and not a whole lot of movement over there. He falls forward for maybe a yard. So let's call it 2nd and 9 for the Panthers.
Yeah, they're coming with a 5-man front right now and eating up the line.
So now the Panthers, they send 2 to the one side, 2 to the near side, 1 back behind Blackburn. He fakes it, now he follows his right up the middle, makes one guy miss, spins around, keeps his balance, he breaks over the 50, and he's going to be stopped about the 50. So, yeah, Blackburn turns a really short gain into a gain of about 6, maybe 7, and it brings up a 3rd, and let's call it a long 2 for the Panthers.
Yeah, and he did a good job of just switching directions there. Everybody was flowing to the right. He chose to cut back and go to the left.
So the Panthers now go to the flex bone, 1 wide out to each side. Again, quarterback runs out of shotgun. Hanchett goes in motion. They hand the ball off to Hanchett. Hanchett lowers his head, and I don't think he got it. But we'll see what they do here is where they spot the ball down. And it's going to be about the 48. That's going to be about a yard short, looks like. 4th and 1, and we'll see what the Panthers want to do here. Looks like they may be going for it. They line up in the wishbone. Again, Blackburn sets him down, Takes the ball, hands it off to the big back. That's Rodriguez, and Rodriguez rumbles to about the 40. He may be inside the 40. 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Yeah, just a nice little quick hit for, 8 yards? 7, 8 yards?
Yeah, right up the gut. So Rodriguez gets the ball and gets the first down for the Panthers. So, again, the Panthers stay everybody in tight. They stay in the wishbone. Take the ball, pitch it back. Hanchett looking for a block. Cuts inside. Now he goes to the outside, going down the sideline. And he steps out of bounds. And I don't think he knew where the sideline was because you can hardly see it.
No.
But there's a good gain all the way down to about the 20, maybe 24. We'll see where they spot the ball at. The yard lines, the yard markers, everything is extremely hard to see. Let's say at about the 23 maybe.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Going to have to rely on the scoreboard to see where the ball is, I guess. And again, the Panthers stay in the wishbone. Now they pitch the ball to Johnson. Johnson cuts inside, moves to the outside, lowers, sidesteps one, gets inside or close to about the 20. So there's a gain of, let's see, when they spot the ball, of about 3 yards on the play. Let's call it 2nd and 7 for the Panthers. So Panthers up quickly. Stay in the wishbone. Blackburn again, hands it off to the second back through. This time Hanchett is hit, but he leaps forward. Gets down to about maybe the 17. So a gain of a couple on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd. And let's call it about 3rd and about 5 for the Panthers.
Yeah, and you really can't see anything, so it's
More
hard
guessing.
to see what they're doing.
They say the ball is on the 17, 3rd and 5, let's call it. Panthers take it, they hand it off to Hanchett. He cuts inside, keeps his feet moving, keeps the power pumping, keeps moving, and I believe he's going to be up and over. First down, yeah, as he gets a gain of about 7, 8 yards and picks up the first down. So the ball goes from the 17 to, let's see where they put the ball down. I think it's 1st and goal to go from about the 9. I guess it must be inside the 10 because
looks like it's just inside the 10.
So the Panthers again, wishbone. Now Blackburn fakes, wants to bootleg it, now he wants to throw it, throws a guy all wide open, is forward, touchdown Panthers. So with 8:29 to go here in the first period, the Panthers on a, let's just call it a 10-yard pass from Blackburn to Ford for the touchdown, and the Panthers lead it 6-0 here in the opening moments. Now, Panthers in to try for the extra point. Bowl will try it. Snap his ball. Kick is up, and it's good. So the Panthers take the opening drive and march down and get the opening score. And the Panthers lead it by the score of 7-0. You're listening to Panther Football here on KKN or KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, Coombs Trucking, Dana Granman at American Family Insurance, Firebolt Ag LLC, and Farmers National Bank. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Ken Pockabeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansas.
As the Panthers take the opening drive from about their own 43 and march it 57 yards downfield, and a 10-yard pass from Blackburn to Joel Ford for the touchdown. The extra point was good by Bull, and the Panthers lead it 7-0. Now, let's see what the Panther defense can do here as the Panthers get ready to kick off to the Mustangs. Official gives the ball to Boyle, and he will have it teed up, and we'll see what they can. Ford was wide open. That play, play could work for again and again and again.
Yeah.
He approaches the football, kicks off, kind of coming down, going to be caught and bounces around about the 10, 15, maybe the 20. Breaks one tackle, cuts inside, now moves around, still on his feet. Panthers don't do a good job tackling. He's all the way out to about the 32, 33. There's a flag down on the field. Let's see what the call is going to be. Looks like Good point. Holding on the
A
Panthers?
block in the back on the Panthers?
Yep.
Sorry, there they got it right.
Yeah, I was going to say official just got a little dizzy. So they'll mark the ball off and he'll back the Mustangs up. And they'll put the ball down somewhere on the dirt field.
Looks like it's going to be right at the 20.
I was going to say, wait, yeah, ball looks like, scoreboard says 20, 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. So let's see what the Panther defense can come up here. As Southwest breaks the huddle, they send one wide out to the near side. Panthers going with a 5-man front, maybe a 6-man front. No, 5-man up front. Linebackers wanted blitz. Take the ball, hand it off to the back in the back. He breaks one tackle, dives in, and gets about 4, maybe 5 yards on the first down. So good run for the Mustangs.
Yeah, that was just a power run. I formation, line up and go.
So the Panthers now. Defense trying to dig in here. It's 2nd and 5 for Southwestern Heights. Again, they come out in the same formation. One to the near side. High formation. Quarterback under center. Takes the ball, pitches it to the far side. Now look for a little running room. Runs into Burish, and I don't know. He got a few more yards. But a good job of the lineman, Burish, going down. And he's going to be a couple yards short. Going to bring up about a 3rd and maybe 2. Well, let's call it 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and we're running that 5-man front, but
we're not getting much penetration
no,
as of yet. So they call it 3rd and 2. Again, high formation for the Mustangs. Quarterback takes the ball, lands it out of back. He goes over there, has plenty for the first down. He's all the way up to about the 35, maybe the 36. First down for the Mustangs.
And they're just doing that 3 yards in a cloud of dust, smash mouth football.
This is right up the Panthers' thing. The Panthers just need to get physical here and shut them down. I don't know that they will put the ball in the air, but they, first down for the Mustangs. They put the ball, they say right about the 30. It's more like the 31. 1st and 10. Now everybody went out to the far side this time as they flipped the formation. Panthers showing blitz. Trying to get Panthers to jump. Now they take the ball and get handed off to the deep back. He bounces the outside, makes a couple guys miss, and he got another 4 or 5 yards.
And that time we had great penetration from our defensive line, but our linebackers weren't seeing the ball, and they were just expecting it to come outside. And then he cut back, and there was nobody there for a 5-yard gain.
Let's call it 2nd and about, 5, long 5, short. Second, the board says 2nd and 5, so we'll go with that. Ball's on the 40. Again, now the Mustangs break formations. They said, looks like 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Quarterback goes back into the shotgun. Now the eye back moves around from one side to the other. Quarterback waits for the snap, takes it, and now it's quarterback draw, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage by Burish and Seams.
And that was a great, they met him at the line of scrimmage. Great penetration.
So Seams and Burish on a tackle. No gain. Makes it 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs. Panthers would love to get a stop here. As the Mustangs come out, they send one far to the far side. They go back to the I formation. Quarterback is under center. Panther defense trying to dig in here. Quarterback takes the ball, hands off to the deep back, bounces around, and he's going to be balled up and gets squirts for maybe a yard as they're going to spot the ball down. And it's going to be 4th down for the Mustangs. So let's call it 4th and 4 for the Mustangs. We'll see what their coaching staff wants to do. The ball is on their own 41-yard line, so we'll see whether they go into punt formation or with nothing to gain, nothing to lose here, they go for it. Quarterback is under center. They send one wide out to the near side. I formation for the Mustangs. Panthers need to stay home. Trying to maybe just draw the Panthers off sides as they take the ball, pitch it on the sweep. Running back trying to come back in, makes it, and he gets the first down. So a good run by the running back because the Panthers could not get out there to string it out. And he gets ahead for about 7 yards and a first down for the Mustangs.
Well, and that was great design by them because they just ran a sweep, a simple sweep, and kept pushing the end outside, but there's not a linebacker within 10 yards of that play just because they want to go, they want to fill one of those gaps every single play.
So Jeremy Ford comes out and Kendall into the ball game, defensive end, and now first and down for the Mustangs. Again, they take the ball, hand it off to the back, tries to cut around and makes a couple guys miss, gets ahead for a gain of about 2, maybe 3 on first down. 3:58 to go here in the opening quarter. The Panthers got the opening touchdown. They lead at 7-0. Let's call it second and a long 7, short 8 for the Mustangs.
Yeah. Well, right now it's just key that our young linebacking core just stay home for a little bit. Just read the play and then fill the hole instead of trying to explode the hole.
Again, Mustangs, I think, send one to the far side, stay in the I formation. Quarterback, long count, takes it, pitches, wants to sweep now, cuts back up inside, and he gets a couple more yards, but a good job that time by the defensive end, pushing it back inside, and Blackburn, along with Keaton and Seams, all in on the tackle. So it brings up another 3rd and 5 for the Mustangs. Panthers would like to get a stop here, but anymore in this game, the last game of the year, it's always 4-down territory if you're really close to midfield, I would say. Clock continues to move. We're under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and it's 7-0. The Panthers on top here on the Mustangs. Panther defense trying to dig in, trying to get a stop, get the ball back for that offense. Now the Mustangs break the huddle. They send one wide out to each side. Quarterback goes back into the shotgun. Last time he ran a draw on this play. Panthers defense, now they send a guy in motion. Hand the ball off on a sweep. Panthers get over. The running back overran it. And he dives ahead. He may be close to another first down. Panthers were there, but they overran the play.
Yep, over pursuit. And that comes with time. As young as that linebacking core having freshmen, 2 sophomores out there right now, it just comes with playing time.
So first down for the Mustangs. Ball on the Panther 49-yard line. Now 44, 43 now. They change the scoreboard around. First and 10. One wide out again for the Mustangs. They take the ball. Panthers want to blitz really bad, but they're trying to stay home. Take the ball, hand it off to the back. He piles into the middle, and not a whole lot there. He might have got a yard that time, as Howell, Seams, and Meidel all stuff it up in the middle for the Panthers.
Yeah, that right there is just feeding off your blocks on that defensive line and finding the ball runner.
Gain of about a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Let's call it second and a short 9, long 8. As, again, Southwest breaks the huddle. They send one wide out to the near side. Stay in that I formation. Everybody else in tight. Again, long count, using every second. Now the ball's on the ground. Quarterback dives back on it. I believe he got back on it, but it will be a misfire, and they're going to lose maybe about a half yard or so. So let's just call it 3rd and 9 for the Mustangs.
Well, this is that longest third down they've had to convert so far in this drive of the first quarter.
They like to run. They've run the sweep a couple times on 3rd down. Let's see if they continue with that, or they put the ball in the air for the first time. Clock is continuing under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Again, quarterback is under center. Takes the ball, hands it off to the back. He follows line. He gets up, and he dives ahead for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. We'll see where they spot the ball. And Panthers do a good job corralling him. They put the ball down, and let's call it 4th and a long 5 for the Mustangs. Clock is headed towards 25 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Again, the Panthers on top by that score of 7-0.
Well, we've just got to get off the field right now, get the defense off the field, get them that initial stop. Looks like they might just let the play clock run out.
Yep, there's going to be 5 seconds, and that's going to be the end of quarter number 1. So at the end of one complete quarter here at Southwestern Heights, it's the Panthers 7, the Mustangs nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Panther Football here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, Coombs Trucking, Dana Grandman at American Family Insurance, Firebolt Ag LLC, and Farmers National Bank. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County Online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Kim Packabeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com.
Yeah, every single play they're going to a hard count or waiting until the back judge is starting to do the motion. They're just taking as much time as they can.
So, Panthers walk out as they flip the field here to start the second quarter. Now, 4th and 5 for the Mustang as they continue to get the instructions from their coaching staff. Now they break the huddle and come out. Will we see the ball the first time in the air for the Mustangs, or will they run the sweep, which has been their best play so far, getting to the outside and letting the back pick the hole and cut it up when he needs to? The Mustangs send one wide out to each side, or to the far side, just one. They stay in that I formation. Quarterback goes under center, trying to use the clock, trying to draw the Panthers offside with the count. Panthers staying home, and now they pitch the ball on the sweep. Cuts back against Green. He's going to have some running room, and he probably has another first down.
Yeah.
As Panthers had a golden opportunity to shut him down.
He needed 5, and he picked up about 7.
Yep, first down for the Mustangs. They were very slow indicating that, so the Mustang drive stays alive. Panthers getting blown off the ball that time. They had a golden opportunity to shut him down. Now, Mustangs out quickly. They send one wide out to the far side. They stay in that I formation. Quarterback again under center. Takes the ball. They have one guy that carries the football outside of the quarterback, and he just moves the pile ahead for 3, 4, 5 yards as he just leaning on his lineman.
Yeah, he does a great job of just staying behind his blockers, and when they move forward, he moves forward.
Gain of about 6, 7 yards on that play. Let's call it second and a long 3, short 4. As the Panthers getting pushed around here. They've had 2 or 3 fourth downs. They could have got stops. Let's see if they can come up with a stop here. Again, Southwest sends one wide down to the near side. I formation. Quarterback sends a man in motion. Veers out to the far side. They pitch it deep to the flanker. And he dives ahead and slips down as Howell got lit up on that play by a heck of a block. But he dives ahead, and I don't think he got much at all on the play.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he got any gain.
So let's call it third, and again, a long 3, short 4 for the Mustangs. Panthers did a good job there as they ran the reverse to the wide receiver, pitched it very deep and let him cut up, but the Panthers stayed home. Now, wide receiver goes to the far side. They stay in that I formation. Quarterback, again, is under center. Takes it, hands it off to the back, and he shoots up right the hook. Breaks a tackle, just drives in, just muscles his way to another first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and that's been one of our MOs all year, where we're tackling up around the shoulder pads, and the guy's feet are still going, and he's just moving the pile.
Full ball now placed right at the Panther 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs, as they have had the ball for about 10, almost going on 11 minutes here. 1st and 10, one wide out to the far side. They stay in the I formation. Panthers trying to get a stop here and show the blitz. Quarterback goes back, hands the ball. Now the back has jumped on his back, and he leans forward and gets very little on that play.
And that time we had one on the ground tackling him and one up top, and he got a yard gain, if that, maybe a half a yard.
Half a yard gain, so let's call it second and still. A long 9 for the Mustangs. 9:23 to go here in the second quarter already, folks. And it's 7-0, but Panthers still leading this one here. Panthers have had the ball once, and the Mustangs have had it once. One wide out to the far side. They stay in the I formation. Quarterback again, under center. Long snap, they take the ball, head it off to the back again. Gets through the initial hole, dives ahead. Gain of about 4 or 5. Right up the gut. The Panthers are not seeing where the ball carrier is coming from as they're standing up and trying to find that ball. He gets a gain of about 4. So let's call it third. Scoreboard says 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs.
Well, and he's just a really patient runner. He's waiting to see where that hole develops and then just squirting through there for 5-6 yards at a time.
Follows fullback. Fullback's making some good blocks. One wide out to the near side now. Panthers again digging in with that 5-man line. Take the ball again, hand it off. He steps, goes to the outside. Panthers break him down. He does get ahead for a short gain, but it's going to bring up another 4th down for the Mustangs. Let's call it 4th and let's call it 3. 4th and the long 3. For
long 3.
Yeah. For the Mustangs. This will be the 4th down for the Mustangs on this drive. Panthers need to get off the field. They send one wide out again down to the far side. They stay in the I formation. Quarterback is under center. Takes a snap, hands off the back, and they pile him up, wrestle him down. And I think the Panthers finally got to stop. So, after the Mustangs had the ball for 4, 12, almost 13 minutes on the drive, it comes away with no points, and the Panthers get it back. 1st and 10 at about their own
17,
somewhere in there, waiting for the scoreboard.
Oh, 13, sorry, 13.
Is it the 13? Okay. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Panthers go to the wishbone. Take the ball, pitch it off to Hanch. Hanson looking for some running room, cuts it outside. Following his block, goes down the sideline. He's at the 20, 25. Lowers his shirt and is bounced out of bounds. But the Panthers work it out of the hole there from their own 13 out to about, let's see where they bring the ball in from the sideline.
26.
20, yeah, looks like about the 26, so a gain of about 13 on the run by Hanchett.
Yeah, nice. I mean, we finally got that edge going.
So 1st and 10 again for the Panthers. They stay in the wishbone. Blackburn barks out the signals. High snap, hands the ball off to the second back through. He's trying to use his leg drive. Dives ahead for a very short gain. As that time the snap was a little high, kind of threw everything off a little bit. But there's a short gain for the Panthers. Gain of about a yard, yard and a half. Let's call it 2nd and a long 8 for the Panthers. Panthers break the huddle. They say keep everybody in tight. They stay in the wishbone formation. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Panthers leading at 7-0. They take the ball, hand it off to Hanch. Hanch cuts up the middle, runs into his own line, dives ahead. He's over the 30 to maybe the 31, 32 at the most. Brings up a shorter 3rd down for the Panthers. 3rd, and let's see where they mark it. 3rd, and let's call it about long 4, short 5 for the Panthers. How they got further ahead than that. So the Panthers now go to the flex bone. Take the ball, hand it off right up the gut. Rodriguez is going to be a little bit short of the 1st down. So it's going to be the Panthers now with the choice of whether they're going to do it now on their own sideline. 4th and 2. Panthers send the play in from the sideline. Ball is at the Panther 34-yard line. Do you go for it here?
I'm going to say yeah. We're going to go for it.
Panthers are in the wishbone. Hard to put out that. They take the ball, headed off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez bowls through, runs over a couple guys, and is up over the 40 to about the 41-yard line. So 1st down for the Panthers. So a good Good hard run by Rodriguez.
Well, that's that second time. Needed 4, picked up 7.
Rodriguez running very hard here. Maybe you should give him the ball a few more times here on that quick hitter. Seems like the Mustangs are having a hard time finding him. They stay in the wishbone. And now we have flags on the play. Looks like
our right tight end wanted to block down on that. They knew it was coming this way, and he just got a little bit anxious.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Panthers. 5:31 to go here in the second quarter. Again, the Panthers leading it 7-0. This is only the second time the Panthers have had the football here in this game. They stay in the wishbone. Blackburn sets him down, hands off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez roll. No, that's Johnson right off the gut. He gets most of the penalty yard back, 4 yards of it. So and now it's 2nd and 11 for the Panthers.
Well, and Phillipsburg right now is doing a great job of just mixing their backfield up a little bit, seeing who's hot, who's not.
Again, they keep everybody in tight. Stay in the wishbone. Blackburn goes back, throws back to the running back. Looks like Sisson. Sisson lowers his head, dives ahead, and bowls over to about the 45, just inside the 45. As
that's Skimper.
Skimper, sorry. Eiley Skimper, the running back. Good job there. 4:24 and counting here in the second quarter. 7-0 again. The Panthers now faced with 3rd and a long 6. Panthers stay in the wishbone. Blackburn again marks out signals. Take the ball, hands off to Hanchett. Hanchett cuts right up the middle. He's got the first down. Breaks another tackle. Still on his feet. And he's over to about the 45 of Southwest. Nice run by Hanchett as the line opened up a good job. He found the hole, cut back up, and picks up the first down.
Yeah, and that was one of our best 3rd down conversions this entire year.
So, Panthers break the huddle. They stay in the wishbone. Now would be a time to slide the tight end right down the middle.
Yeah.
Wishbone formation. Again, Blackburn takes the ball, hands off to Johnson. Johnson just follows his blocker, dives not a whole lot in there. Gain of about a half yard, maybe a yard at the most. And it'll be 2nd down for the Panthers. 2nd and a long 9. Clock is headed to 3:25 to go here in the second quarter. Panthers trying to get another score here. They keep everybody in tight, stay in that wishbone. Pitch the ball back to Hanchett. Hanchett cuts inside, looks at it, cuts it, pops it outside. Now makes one guy miss and is bounced out of bounds. Not a lot on that 2nd down play. Picked up a couple maybe, so let's call it 3rd and a long 7 for the Panthers, almost 8 yards. And we'll see what the coach staff wants to do on 3rd and 8. Panthers break the huddle. They stay in the wishbone. Blackburn sets him down. Takes the ball, hands it off. That's the running back that's Johnson, breaks out of the huddle. He's got some running room, trying to make a guy miss, and then slips down at about the 18, 17-yard line, trying to make a move, as that's one of Johnson's best runs of the year so far.
Yeah, 24, 25 yards. I would say that's his best run of the year, his longest by far.
So the Panthers have it 1st and 10 at the Mustangs, let's call it 17-yard line. Panthers up quickly. They stay in the wishbone. Take the ball, hand it off to Hanchett. Hanchett cuts back upside, makes one guy miss, cuts back against Gray, still breaks the tackle, and he's going to be in for a touchdown! So the Panthers light it up from 17 yards out with 2:12 to go. A 17-yard run by Hanchett, and the Panthers now lead it by the score of 13-0.
And that was just
good
nice
running.
Yeah, he's seen the hole, and then he cut and made the play.
Morrill will try the extra point, snap is back, kick is up, and it is good. So the Panthers now lead it by the score of 14-0 over the Mustangs as we're headed for a timeout as you're listening to Panther Football here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors. First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, Coombs Trucking, Dana Grandman at American Family Insurance, Firebolt Ag LLC, and Farmers National Bank. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Ken Packabeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com.
At home, but it'll be better for us to see the field. Yeah, it's going to be the same old voices. Sorry, folks. We're not going to change here at halftime, but Panthers did have a nice drive that time as they took the ball from their own 13, drove it 87 yards, got the touchdown on a 17-yard run by Hanchett. With 2:12 to go, the extra point by Bull was good, and that brings us to the 14-0 lead for the Panthers. Now, Bull getting ready to kick off. Tees it up, kicks it out, it's coming down, and it's going to bounce around and picked up at the 10. That makes one guy miss trying to get the outside. He may be in trouble. He gets to the outside as Blackburn trying to cut him off, and they bounce him out at about the 26, 27-yard line. But he had one guy to beat, and he would have been down the sidelines for a good another 15, 20 yards.
Yeah, he ended up running about 80 yards for 17. He had a wide open spot if he had seen it, but we did just a great job of containing and staying in our lanes right there.
So they bring the ball in and place it down at about the 27, 28-yard line. First and 10 for the Mustangs. We've got 2:02 left to go here in this first half. The Mustangs now with their second possession here in this first half. Let's see if they open it up. They send 3 to the near side, 1 to the far side, and the quarterback operates out of the shotgun. Panthers getting ready. Man comes in motion. They pitch it high. He cuts back, and he's dropped right away. Ball's out. Panthers look like they have it. Panthers signal they have it.
Yeah, we do.
As Panthers get a break with 1:57 to go. They would love to tack on some more points here. So the Panthers have it at the 28, let's call it, of the Mustangs. They stay in the wishbone. Take it, fake it. Now they want to throw it. Blackman throws it out in the flat. Oh, catch a nice one-hand grab by Hanchett. Stiff arms this guy, makes one guy miss. It bounces in, and he gets in for a touchdown.
Nice run, nice pass.
Nice catch. The whole ball wax there for 1:46 to go. A 28-yard pass from Blackburn to Hanchett for the touchdown, and the Panthers now lead it by a score of 20-0. Boyle should be in to try the extra point. No, they go for 2, and they give it to Rodriguez, and he gets it in for the 2-point conversion. Is good. So the Panthers now lead it by the score of, should be 22-0. Scoreboard says 21. So I don't know what that is all about, but hey, Panthers get it and drive it right down, take advantage of it on the first play, and get it.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors. First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, Coombs Trucking, Dana Grandman at American Family Insurance, Firebolt Ag LLC, and Farmers National Bank. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Ken Packabeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com.
Yeah, did a great job. Stiff arm, staying in bounds, knowing where he was, and going in for the score.
So the Panthers getting ready to kick off once again. As the sun is finally setting, as we are down the last minute and a half or so. Boyle kicks off, kicks it down, it's coming down, bounces around, and picked up at about the 18. Now looking for some running room right up the gut. Makes a couple guys, bounces around, and still on his feet. It's breaking to the outside, and the Panthers finally corral him down at about the 28, 29-yard line. And number 7's got some speed.
Yeah, well, and he's like a little pinball in there. If you're not taking his legs out, he's just going to keep running.
Yep. So the Mustangs get it back with 1:38 to go, trailing. My book says 22-0. Scoreboard says 21. So we'll see. But the Panthers are on top here in this ball game. Now the Mustangs have their third possession here in the ball game. They send one wide out to the far side. They stay in the I formation. Quarterback stays under center. Take the ball, headed off to the big back as he runs, cuts back in, and he makes a couple guys miss. Now the Panthers stand him up, and they blow the ball dead. He's up to about the 33-yard line, so a gain of about 4 on the play, and we'll go from there. Second down, and let's call it 6 for the Mustangs.
See, and we've got timeouts to burn. I'd be calling timeouts. I want the ball again. We're moving it.
Oh, the Panthers 5-man line digs in. The Mustangs send one wide out to the far side once again. Clock is headed towards a minute to go here in the second quarter. Quarterback goes back, wants to throw it. He's got a man going down the sideline. Now he tosses as far as he can, and it's intercepted by Ford. So Ford picks him off, and the Panthers will have the ball at about their own 43-yard line with 52 seconds to go here in this first half. So will the Panthers go for it again here? They still have all 3 timeouts. Panthers break the huddle. They send 3 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Quarterback goes back, hands the ball off to Rodriguez. Rodriguez got a hole, cuts back up the middle, tucks it in, cuts it back in again. Still on his feet. He's down to about the 38-yard line. Good running by Rodriguez as he goes from the 43 to the 38, a gain of about 19 on the play. Clock continues to start now at the start, and Panthers, I was going to say, why waste the time? Yes.
And the clock is still running. About 4 seconds went off.
So let's see what the Panthers, they called their first timeout. So a timeout on the field, we'll send it back to station as you're listening to Panther Football here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipCountyOnline.com sponsors. First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, Coombs Trucking, Dana Grandman at American Family Insurance, Firebolt Ag LLC, and Farmers National Bank. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Ken Pockabeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com.
Well, yeah, and we're having success running the ball, passing the ball.
So the Panthers come out. They stay in the wishbone. They send one man out to the far side. That's Ford. As Blackburn sets him down, wants to go down, throws the ball. Now he fakes the ball, throws it down deep, and he's going to be bumped around. And
it's going to fall incomplete, but 2 Southwestern Heights guys collided going for the ball. I'm not sure if Joel's seen it.
I thought he got knocked out of bounds. I thought there was a flag on the play, but they're evidently not. As Joel kind of stopped and started, then I thought he got knocked out of bounds, which should have been like pass interference. But 2nd and 10. Ball with 31 seconds to go. Still lots of time for the Panthers. As now they stay in the wishbone. Everybody in tight. Oh, the ball goes through Blackbird's hands. And he fumbles it. And now Hanson picks up. He fumbles it. And Southwestern Heights gets the ball. So the Mustangs turn the ball. The Panthers turn the ball over with 21 seconds to go.
So who do you put the fumble to on that? Because it was...
Yeah, I'd say Blackburn.
Blackburn's hands. It was in Hanson's hands. It was in Burrish's hands, and nobody could come up with it.
So now we're going to see whether or not the Mustangs want to put it back in the air here. 21 seconds to go. They send one wide out to the near side. Everybody else in tight. They stay in the I formation. Quarterback is under center still. Takes the ball, pitches it back. Now the running back heads back into it, runs into Burrish, I believe, or Ford maybe on the far side, and drags him for a few yards. As a Ford, Jeremy Ford in on the tackle, but he gets ahead for a gain of about 4, maybe 5. And now with 11 seconds to go, Southwestern Heights calls the timeout. We'll just keep it here as Southwestern Heights would love to get a score if they get the ball back to start the second half. But the Panthers have played well here in the first half.
Yeah, they really have. Other than that one little miscue that just happened, they've ran very, very effectively. Close to 150 yards rushing already in the first half. They're 2 for 3 with 2 touchdown passes, which I don't remember when the last time I've been able to say that as if ever. So I mean, they're kind of hitting on all cylinders other than the one bad snap. You can't. Southwestern Heights has done a good job of keeping us off the field with their drives, but the last 2 times they've had turnovers. So do we go after another quick turnover, or do we just say, hey, there's 11 seconds left, nothing behind us?
I was going to say you want to just protect that 22-point lead, as the Panthers do have that 22-point lead, and they are trying to get out here. As again, the Mustangs will get the ball to start the second half, so you don't want to give up 6 or 7, 8 points here, and then give another 6 or 7, 8 points.
Let them right back in the game.
Right, you want to control it. Now, the Mustangs send 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Quarterback is back in the shotgun. 11 seconds to go. Panthers show blitz. Coming right up the middle. They got some pressure on it. Throws it over the middle. It's tipped around and knocked down, incomplete. So, with 6 seconds to go.
And there was 3 Panthers in that vicinity that it was tipped, and then 3 of them were trying to go for the ball and just out of their hands.
It hit the receiver, so he's accurately threw that one because it was off the receiver's hands. And it is now 3rd and 6. So that's really not the issue. 6 seconds is the issue here in this second quarter. Same formation, 1 wide out to each side, or 2 to each side. Quarterback again operates out of the shotgun. Panthers show blitz once again. Sidesteps. He's under some pressure. Time's up, and they're going to get him. They sack him back to the 40.
Nice job. Nice job. Keaton come in on a delayed blitz and put a move on the center and straight through to the quarterback. That's a good way to end the first half.
That's going to end the first half as the second quarter has expired, and the Panthers will take a 22-0 lead into the locker room. As you're listening to Panther Football here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Brock Burrish, senior, offensive line, defensive line.
Joel Ford, senior, quarterback, defensive back.
Jeremy Ford, senior, offensive, defensive line. Dog!
Ashton Howell, senior, offensive and defensive line.
Xavier Kendall, senior, wide receiver, safety.
Theo Kazee, senior, safety, and split end.
Austin McDonald, senior, linebacker.
Eric Moon, senior, running back, wide receiver, corner. Dog!
Kevin Russell, senior, wide receiver, safety. Jesse Blackburn, junior, receiver, cornerback. Dog!
Drayton Hughes, junior, offensive and defensive line. Dog!
Noah Jacobs, junior, offensive and defensive line.
Devin Johnson, junior, running back, linebacker. Ethan Miller, junior, tight end, DN, dog.
Ryan Babcock, sophomore, running back, corner.
Preston Beckman, sophomore, offensive guard, defensive tackle.
Kane Craig, sophomore, defensive tackle, offensive tackle.
Tyler Davis, sophomore, quarterback, receiver, D-back.
Dog!
Patrick Drake, sophomore, wide receiver, D-back.
Jackson Glendenning, sophomore, offensive and defensive lineman. I can't count to 64.
Peyton Gower, sophomore, tackle, linebacker.
Trey Sanchez, sophomore, running back, linebacker.
Dayton Huguenin, sophomore, left guard, defensive tackle.
Layton Johnson, sophomore, offensive center, defensive right tackle.
Carson Idle, sophomore, fullback, defensive tackle.
Taylor Reimer, sophomore, defensive tackle.
Brad Rodriguez, sophomore, middle linebacker, fullback, dog!
Eli Skemper, running back, sophomore, D-end. Number 22 on the field, number 1 in your girls' heart.
Brett Shelton, sophomore, DN,
Dog! Jordan Taylor, sophomore, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Landon Wyatt, sophomore, split end, safety.
Jaden Allen, freshman, wide receiver, D1 recruit.
Jaden Boyle, freshman, offense, defensive line.
Adrian Hassel, freshman, offensive, defensive line.
Caden Hudson, freshman, fullback, linebacker.
Dog!
Kyron Hughes, freshman, offensive, defensive line.
Avery Jacobs, freshman, running back, and defensive back.
Cole Keaton, freshman, guard, linebacker.
Dog!
Seth Keaton, freshman, guard, and linebacker. Caden Seams, freshman, offensive, defensive line. Dog!
Hunter Sisson, freshman, linebacker, and running back. Caden Sisson, freshman, quarterback, cornerback. Dog!
Alex Allen, freshman, wide receiver, and safety.
Hello, I'm Gracie Jessup. I'm a senior at Phillipsburg High School, and I'm one of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com's event managers. We'd like the event calendar on our site to be one calendar you go to find all the happenings that are going on in Phillips County. We plan on putting all Phillips County school events, church events, chamber events, fundraisers, suppers, you name it. We'd like to add it to our event calendar. If you have an event you'd like to add to the calendar, simply go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com, click on the events heading, click on add an event, fill out all the information about your event, and then click submit. Once we receive your submission, we'll review it and add it to the site. We look forward to adding your event to our calendar. Thank you.
Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to myphillipscountyonline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of myphillipscountyonline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to myphillipscountyonline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of myphillipscountyonline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to myphillipscountyonline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of myphillipscountyonline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to myphillipscountyonline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of myphillipscountyonline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to myphillipscountyonline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of myphillipscountyonline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to myphillipscountyonline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of myphillipscountyonline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to myphillipscountyonline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of myphillipscountyonline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to myphillipscountyonline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg High School and a member of MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. We want to take a moment to thank all of our Facebook followers who continue to read, like, and share the stories that we post. We also want to remind our followers that MyPCO is much more than just a Facebook page. We're working hard to bring you local stories that you won't find on any other online news source. If you want a great online source for local news, go to MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com. Our homepage has featured stories, but you can also click on news at the top for more stories. Want even more local stories? Click on Phillips County area to find even more. Thanks again for supporting My Phillips County Online. Hello, I'm Andrew LaRue, a senior at Phillipsburg
In
High
our
School.
area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
Hi. We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free. When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited.
It continues to wind down. We're still trying to find some scores as far as state volleyball. The Lady Red right now are playing their match, so we do not have an update. We did mention that they won their first match, and if they win this one, are setting themselves up to be in a pretty good position to advance on to tomorrow's bracket play. Victoria, Central Plains, and Beloit from the area have all advanced to bracket play tomorrow and still have their hopes of being a state champion alive.
Yeah, and that just speaks to that whole area right there. You know, having 3-4 teams make it and not only make it, but qualify for that second day of state volleyball. There's some great volleyball that's in the area. If you guys haven't gotten out and seen that, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, the Panthers ended their season at 25-13, which is a good year. Had the injury to Heather Skipper, which could have changed maybe a few things as far as record-wise. And who knows, the Panthers might have been down there playing at the state tournament with her playing the rest of the year healthy. But she'll be back. Panthers will be back. They'll reload again next year, and we expect them to be very competitive again next year in the volleyball season. And the Panthers, again, if they can hold on and win, they would be 3-6 on the year. But more importantly, they've played a lot of young kids here this season, and that should speak well for the future. Now the Panthers have the ball teed up. Boyle approaches it, kicks it off, keeps it on the ground, puts it down, and now it's picked up by one of the up guys. Fields it, and the Panthers corral him right at that point and get him down at about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, just nice. I mean, that was just a little squib kick, trying to keep it out of Seven's hands. He does have speed. I'm not exactly sure why Southwestern Heights hasn't used him. He's got good speed.
Well, they've tossed it to a pitch on the reverse once or twice. Panthers have been able to shut that down. But you mentioned, he seems to have some speed on the outside. As now the Mustangs up for their first possession. They send one wide out to the far side. I formation behind the quarterback as he's under center. Looks over it, takes the snap, hands off to the deep back, looking for some running room, cuts it back upside, breaks through the initial line, dives forward, and gets about 7 yards on the first down.
See, and we got into that over pursuit again. We had 3 linebackers hitting 3 different gaps, and then by the time they got to him, they were chasing him down from behind.
Call it a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5 for the Mustangs. Again, same formation for Southwestern Heights. They stay in the I formation. Quarterback is under center. Waiting for the snap. Panthers look like they blitz. Now they back out. Now they fake it again. Trying to get something to move it. They hand it off to the back. He follows his backers and Seams levels him as he gets over to about not quite the 40 yet. So good job there by Johnson and Seams as it's going to bring up one of those third down, and let's call it a long 3.
Yeah, and that was just a good, line play, with Seams and Meidel in there to one take him high, one take him low, take his speed out, and he's not going to go very far.
So the Mustangs break the huddle. They send one wide out to the near side. They stay in that I formation. Quarterback again, under center. Waits for the count. Takes it. Hands off to the back. He breaks one tackle, makes the guy miss. Breaks another and gets the first down. Panthers had him initially stopped, but he cut back against the grain and gets about 6 yards on the play for a first down.
And we're still, our linebackers are young, and they want to put their head down and go, and then they have to turn around and chase them down from behind. It's learning,
So Southwestern Heights first and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Again, same formation, just flip to the near side. Quarterback, no in hurry. Pitches it to the running back to the far side. He cuts back against Gray. He's got some running room, and Ford's the last one to bring him down as he hit that hole hard and fast.
That's going to be a holding. We got a flag back here.
Flag all the way back at the 45-yard line, 44-yard line of Southwestern, holding against the Mustangs.
And that was thrown right as he hit that hole. You can see it thrown, and I'm like, yeah, that's going to come back. It was a great run, but it was made possible by that holding.
Yeah, we're not sure. That's the first time we've seen that kind of speed out of him because he's just been 3-4 yards in a cloud of dust basically, or cut back, and never really gotten out of the burners, but he's got some speed.
Yeah.
So that moves him back to 1st and 20 now for the Mustangs. They send one wide out to the near side. I formation again. Quarterback remains under center for Southwestern side. They hand the ball off to him again. This time Sean slices in and dives from his defensive end, drops him for a gain of about 3 maybe on the play, 2 or 3. And it brings up 2nd and let's call it 17.
Well, and he just did a great job of just flowing with the line. He got his 2 yards, and then he just flew with the line and picked him up right there for a 3-yard gain.
Mustangs again break the huddle. They send one receiver to the near side. Everybody else in tight. Now kind of a flex mode. One receiver is back off the line, just a hair. Take it, they pitch it to the running back, looking for that hole, gets it, and now the defensive back, Blackburn, comes up and sticks him after a gain of about another 3, maybe 4. And it's going to bring up a long 3rd down for the Mustangs. 3rd, and let's call it about 14.
Yeah. Well, and this is one of those statement drives. Let's get them off the field and go down and score again.
Panthers would love to do that here as they are trying to hold the Mustangs here. We have not had a punt yet in this ball game. Now the Mustangs send 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Quarterback now operates out of the shotgun. He's ran the bootleg out of this a couple times. Goes back, wants a throw, under a little bit of pressure, throws it over the middle, caught, and the Panthers bring him down immediately. But it's a gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards, so it makes it a much more manageable 4th down if they decide to go for it.
Well, and it's, right there at that 46, 47-yard line, is this 4-down territory for them?
4th and 9, so it's not like it's 4th and 2 or 3.
Well, and what do you got to lose? Like we talked about in pregame, it's there for the taking tonight.
So they break the huddle. Same formation, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Quarterback is in the shotgun. They try to drag that receiver right over the middle. He stops, fakes, pumps, wants to throw the ball. He's got a flag down, and the ball is thrown behind the receiver, and it goes incomplete on 4th down. We'll see what the flag is. I think the Panthers say they're going to decline it, so it should go over on downs, as the Panthers were in a better position to intercept that than the guy was to catch the ball. So Mustangs turn over on downs. The Panthers have it just inside the Mustang 45-yard line. We got 7:43 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Panthers leading by the score of 22-0. Panthers break the huddle. They're ready to go. They send 2 to the far side, half of flex bone, one to the near side. Rodriguez is behind Blackburn in the formation. Now man comes in motion, they hand the ball off to Rodriguez, cutting to the outside, scuts back and squirts through the line, maybe got a yard, as that time the Mustangs did a good job of stringing that play out.
Well, and I don't know, switch hands to where you can stiff arm a guy and get away from him, because he was just trying to turn and get away from him instead of going upfield. If you got that free hand to stiff arm and go, just go.
So let's call it second and still, a long 9 for the Panthers. They go back to the wishbone. Again, Panthers set everybody down. Take the ball, hand it off to second back 2. He follows his blockers, makes one guy miss, dives ahead, and he gets a gain of about 7 yards or so, maybe 8. And it's going to make it a third and more manageable for the Panthers as they spot the ball. It's going to be third, and let's call it about 2.5 yards, 2 yards to go for the Panthers. Scoreboard says 1, but it's a little further than 1.
It looks like it's a long one, short 2.
So the Panthers stay in the wishbone. Again, Blackburn sets him down, takes a snap, hands it off to the first back. That's Rodriguez right up the gut, and he dives ahead. Should be awful close to a first down. They spot the ball, and this may be closer than I think. They have not signaled one way or the other. Now they signal first down.
First down, nice.
So the Panthers pick up their first down. 6:13, Panthers up, ready to go. Now they go to the flex bone. One wide out to each side. Again, Johnson goes in motion. They hand the ball off. Now he wanted to throw it. Now he throws the ball down the middle, and it's all through the Mustang's hand, as he could have had that one intercepted, as Blackburn, I think, wanted to throw it in the flat, but didn't have that option, so he looked for a second one and threw it right to the Mustangs.
Well, and that was not his check down. That should have been his first look, and then the check down is to the running back in the flat. That was kind of a broken play there.
So 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Clock stops at 6:20 to go here in the third. 20-0, 2-0. The Panthers are on top. They stay in the wishbone. Again, they hand it off to Hansen. Hansen makes one guy miss. Slide snipes. Cuts to the outside. It may be a foot race. And Hansen's going to be in for the touchdown. So that's going to be a 34-yard run with 6:11 to go. The Panthers are on the board by the run of Hansen for the touchdown. So the Panthers open up the second half scoring and now lead it 28-0 over the Mustangs. Now Boyle will be in to try the extra point. Waiting for the snap. Snap is high, ball put down, kick is up, and it's good. So the Panthers now lead it by a score of 29-0. They've scored more points in this game than they have all year in any other game. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Panther Football here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, Coombs Trucking, Dana Granman at American Family Insurance, Firebolt Ag LLC, and Farmers National Bank. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Ken Packabeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com.
Teed up for the Panthers. He approaches it, kicks it off. It's a high, coming down, going to be caught at about the 18, 20, 25, 30. Looking for some running room right at the gun. Makes a couple guys miss, and he's all the way out to about the 45-yard line. So number 7 catches it and squirts right at the middle.
Yeah, and that Caden Hudson had a touchdown-saving tackle right there, because if he wouldn't have got him, he was off to the races.
So the Panthers now go back out on defense, leading it 29-0. 6:05 left to go here in the third. Panthers trying to shut somebody out. Outside of Ellis, that's the only one they've shut out this year.
Yep.
So the Mustangs break the huddle. They send one wide out to the near side. They stay in that I formation. Panthers with the 5-man front. 3 linebackers. Quarterback goes back, hands off to the back. He cuts back inside, dives ahead, and he gets about 5 yards on first down, maybe 4. See where they spot the ball here.
Well, and Southwestern Heights is not doing anything special. I mean, they're running straight eye power. Wherever that fullback goes, that running back's going to follow right behind.
Gain of about 4.5, 5 yards. So let's call it 2nd and 5. Clock continues to run. Mustangs look like they're in no hurry as they send one to the near side. I formation behind. Quarterback under center. Takes it, bands off to the back, and this time the Panthers pile him up, but he rolls forward for a gain of about 3, maybe. Yeah, it's going to give him about 3 yards on this play. Going to bring up a third, and let's call it about 2.5 yards to go. We'll try to bring you some of those games here as the scores come in, as everybody's starting at 7 o'clock instead of 6 on most of the playoff games. Mustangs now, same formation, I formation, quarterback marks out the signals. Panthers showing blitz, they hand the ball off to the back, he cuts up, and he's ahead for an easy first down. As he's up to the 40, and gets to 39, so there's a gain of about 5 or 6 yards, enough for the first down.
Oh, and they're pulling a tackle, so it's almost like a superpower coming through that hole, because he's picking up the one linebacker, the other's picking up the end, and got to get penetration on the front line right now.
Yeah, they're making a nice wedge, and he just picks the hole. Again, nothing fancy, same formation for the Mustangs. Again, quarterback takes it, pitches it to the same running back. Panthers break the huddle, and they stop him for a very short gain this time. As Burrish had him in the backfield, he broke away from him, but the other Panthers were there to help bring him down. Gain of about 2, let's call it 2nd and 8. It's going to be interesting at the end of the ball game. It would have been fun to keep track of how many carries this back has.
Oh, yeah,
if they have 30 plays, he's got 28 of the carries.
Yeah.
So, 2nd and let's call it 8. Again, one wide out to the near side. I formation for Southwestern Heights. Panthers show blitz. Once again from the outside this time. Quarterback takes the ball, hands off the back. He's met right at the line. And the pile leads forward for a gain of about a yard or so. Going to bring up a third. And that's called about 7, maybe 6.5 for the Mustangs.
No, he just kept his legs. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage and just kept his legs moving for another 1.5 yards, 2 yards.
Third, they say 6. So let's call it 3rd and 6 for the Mustangs. Again, Southwest Heights breaks the huddle. I formation has been all night. Quarterback sends now a guy in motion. They fake the pitch to him and pitch it off to the right back, and he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Ball's out. Panthers dive on it. Blackburn catches the fumble, and the Panthers are going to have it as they turn the ball over, and the Panthers get the break. That time, Southwestern Heights acted like they're going to fake it or pitch it to the wide receiver, pitch it to the running back that's been carrying it all night. He got the line, and it just popped out, and Blackburn fell on it for the Panthers. So the Panthers have it 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. 1st and 10 from that spot. Panthers come out of the huddle. They stay in the wishbone. Again, Blackburn sets him down, hands off to Hanchett. Hanchett gets ahead for a short gain of a couple. As they head pile, we'll see. He gets ahead for a gain of about 2. Let's call it 2nd and a short 8 for the Panthers. Panthers in no hurry, leading at 29-0 here over the Mustangs. Panthers staring at their third win here. They just need to play good football here and continue to hold on to it and drive, take time off that clock. As the Panthers break the huddle, they go to the flex mode. One wide out to each side. Now Hanchett goes in motion. They pitch the ball to Hanchett. Hanchett wants to throw it. He's got a man wide open. Throws the ball down, and it's intercepted. He broke it up. As Ford was way behind. Hanchett just could not get it out there far enough. And the defensive player had enough time to close on it and almost intercepted, but Ford knocked it out of his hands to prevent the turnover. So now it's 3rd and 8 for the Panthers. As we finally get an update from the state volleyball tournament, Smith Center wins over Wabansi 25-21, 25-20, so they continue to be unbeaten at the state. Panthers back in the wishbone. Ball's on the ground. Blackburn now just has to eat it, makes one guy miss, dives ahead, and gets a gain of about a couple on the broken play. The ball was on the ground, coming back to Blackburn.
So are we in 4-down territory here?
No, we punted away. You've got a shutout going. They've shown that they can move the football. So the Panthers send the play in from the coaching staff. Minute 15 to go here in the third quarter. Panthers continue to have a shutout. Panthers come out in wishbone. 4th and 6, trying to maybe just draw them offside. And now they call a timeout. As now they should be in punt formation. As that they're trying to get a cheap 5 yards out of the Mustangs. Mustangs did not jump off sides. That would have made it 4th and 1. Then maybe you go for it.
Right.
But now I think, Jason, you're probably in punt formation.
No, definitely. I mean, right now.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, Coombs Trucking, Dana Grandman at American Family Insurance, Firebolt Ag LLC, and Farmers National Bank. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Ken Pockabeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com.
Well, I guess that's one way to look at it. My luck is just punt it, pin him down, send his defense back out.
No, I agree. We would have the first punt of the game, though.
Well, see, we like first. We like first, don't we? We like to be first and stuff. So the Panthers now talking it over on the sidelines, as we'll see whether or not the coaching staff comes up with what we come up with there. They go for it here on 4th and 6. It's not like it's 4th and 3 or 4. It is 4th and 6 from your own 37-yard line.
But the punted into space of number 7, who's shown great speed.
Punt it low. They come out in the flex mode. Ford should set back into punt formation. No, they're going for Blackburn's quarterback. He wants to roll to the outside. Now he's got some leverage. He tucks it in, runs it, and dives. And I think he might have got the first down with the dive. Going to be close.
It's going to be very, very close. It depends on that spot clear over on the other sideline.
Well, the yard marker wants to move. We'll see where they mark it off. And they are saying first down. So a gutsy call.
6, got 7.
Oh my gosh. Panthers pick up the first down, keep the drive alive with a minute 10 to go here in the third quarter. Panthers not wanting to give the ball back to the Mustangs. Now they set the yard marker, the clock starts. Panthers come out in the wishbone. Again, Blackburn sets him down, hands the ball off late to Johnson. Johnson cuts back inside, wants to spin, just keeps his feet moving, dives head. Going to get maybe 4.5 on the play. As the ball was hiked to the side of Blackburn, he stuck his hand out to catch it and barely had enough room and time to hand it off to Johnson. But a gain of about 3.5, 4 yards. Let's call it 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. Clock is under a minute, 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Again, Panthers stay in the wishbone. Take the snap from Blackburn, hands it off. No, he keeps it himself, breaks the outside, stiff arms the guy. He's on the races. He's at the 40, 35, cuts back, dives ahead, and he gets close to about the 25-yard line. Has a nice run from the 43-yard line to the 25, so there's a run of about 32 yards by Blackburn. Clock is at 11. Panthers up quickly. Clock starts. Man goes in motion. That's Johnson. Takes the ball, hands off, and ball blinked up by Blackburn. Now he's just going to have to eat it. That's a play where you should have probably just waited.
Well, we do got a flag down.
I don't know if they got the guy off the field. They had a guy running off the field, whether they got him off in time or the flag. Yep, 12 guys on the field. So instead of a loss of about 2 yards, you get 5 yards and 2 seconds to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Blackburn did a great job just picking the ball up off the ground. As he fumbled it, picked it back up, they marked the ball off. Panthers up, ready to go. And now the clock will start on the signal. Blackburn sets them down, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. I was going to say, I didn't think they'd get that one off.
That's one of those, we just got to know that situation.
When you hear the whistle, hike the ball.
Yep.
So, 3 complete quarters here from Southwestern Heights.
Sports.
The Panthers
this
on top,
broadcast
29
is brought to you
nothing.
by
We're
these
back.
My Phillip
After
County
this time out, you're listening to Panther Football
First
here on
National Bank and
KQB
Trust,
and the World Wide
Rogers
Web.
and Associates Insurance, Coombs Trucking, Dana Granman at American Family Insurance, Firebolt Ag LLC, and Farmers National Bank. If you'd like to become a My Phillips County online sponsor, contact Robin Sides or Ken Pockabeer at Phillipsburg High School, or email news@mykansasonline.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Southwestern Heights as we start quarter number 4. The Panthers on top by a score of 29-0. They have the ball, 1st and 5 at the 20-yard line. Panthers break the huddle. That's the Mustangs' 20-yard line. Panthers send 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side, and Hanson is the quarterback. Takes the ball, snap. Watson runs the draw right up the middle, makes a nice cut, cuts back in, and he's in for the touchdown. So, with 11:54 to go here in the fourth quarter, a 20-yard run by Hanchett, and the Panthers lead it 35-0 over the Mustangs. Wildcat. Woo!
That was a different look. Nice Wildcat run there.
Now Boyle comes in to try the extra point as Blackburn will set it down, waiting for the snap. Snap is back, ball put down, kick is up, and no good. Kicked it to the side this time, so the score will remain. The Panthers 35, the Mustangs nothing. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Panther Football here on KQMA and the World Wide Web. Some of these younger kids, it's kind of a fine line. Yeah, you want some of these younger kids to get some reps and for next year and stuff, But again, this is the seniors' last year. Still almost a full quarter to go. You know, if the Panther defense come out and gets a stop, you know, depending on how much time they run off, you might put the kids in for the next
If we get a
offensive
stop
series.
and score and go up to the running clock, get that running clock going, then put them in.
There's the kickoff by the Panthers coming down, bounces in, goes out of bounds. There will be a flag on the kickoff, so I would imagine the Mustangs will take it 1st and 10 at their 35. But it is a good point. You want some of these young kids that have went through the whole season, been the, for a lack of a better word, the beat squad for the varsity, taking the lumps, been pounded on day after day in practice. When do you get some of these kids in there and some of the, linemen change out, some of the running backs change out. Looks like they're doing a little bit of it now as Seams comes out. And it looks like that will be Skipper in on defensive end. Mustangs in the I formation. Man goes in motion now. Deeps off back. They pitch it deep to the wide receiver. Looking for some running room. Cuts back in. And the Panthers get him down for a very short gain as he has that deep curl behind the line of scrimmage and gets up a full head of steam.
Yeah, but he's almost taking that pitch 9 yards deep instead of coming back to the line of scrimmage. They're pitching it when he's still running backwards.
So okay, of one, let's call it 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs. Again, now they send one wide out to the near side. I formation for the Mustangs. Quarterback stays under center. Takes the ball, hands off to the back. And he bounces it to the outside. Gets ahead for a couple yards. And they're going to spot him down right about the line of scrimmage, so there's no gain. Let's call it 3rd and 9. Just looking at the schedule here, the program, number 7 is a freshman.
Really? He's fast. He's got good feet.
Now I'm trying to see what the running back's number is. Can you see it?
22.
22
he's a senior.
Yep.
And then their fullback is a junior.
So again, 3rd and 10 for the Mustangs. Quarterback takes the ball, heads off to the back, through, and he breaks through a hole and picks up the 1st down. Just straight ahead running. And we'll see where they spot. I might have spoke a little too quick.
They're giving him a bad spot. He had that picked up.
Yeah, let's call it 4th. It looks like just inches. 4th and 1. So the Panthers, as Kendall comes in, as he was in there for the Panthers in defensive end. 4th and 1. I would imagine you just either sneak it or you just give it to number 22 as Flores has done the work here for the Mustangs. Now they flip the side. One wide out to the far side. Quarterback just sneaks it straight ahead. He's got the 1st down. I think he's over to the 45 to about the 46. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and you would think, even being down 35 with 10.5 left to go in the 4th, there would be some kind of urgency with Southwestern Heights, but it really doesn't feel like that. They're just methodically walking up to the line, just easy plays.
Again, the Mustangs up to the line, one wide out to the far side, stay in that I formation, 10 minutes to go here in quarter number 4, 35-0, Panthers up big. Quarterback now takes the ball, heads off to Flores, and Flores bounces to the outside, keeps his feet, and dives ahead as he gets about 6, maybe 7 yards, as he's just low to the ground, hard to bring down, and he picks up, let's call it about 6.5. Let's give him maybe 7 yards, so 2nd and a long 3.
Yeah, he's a very patient runner. He runs behind his blockers well. He's shorter, so it's harder to see him. He's got speed too, but right now we've contained that speed all night.
So now they break formation. 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Quarterback operates out of the shotgun. Takes a snap, wants to throw it. He's under a little bit of pressure, throws the ball over the middle, and it is incomplete. Caught by an up back for a 1st down. And now we have a flag on the play. As
looks like Ethan Miller is going to have a personal foul called against him.
So he comes out, and In for the Panthers will be number 25. That is
Rhett
Shelton. Rhett Sheldon into the ball game. Shelton, a sophomore, so another younger kid playing. Seams comes back in. Skipper comes out. As they're talking, taking a long time here, as I don't even think there's any discussion on this, but the officials, personal foul on the Panthers. That'll be walked off at the end of the play. So that marks the ball all the way down to the Panther 28-yard line, about 28, 20. First down. So the Panthers try to dig in on defense here. They lead at 35-0. They would love to get a shutout. As now they line up. Receivers to the near side. I formation. Quarterback goes back under center. Take the ball, hand it off to the back. Cuts inside, dives ahead for a gain, and here comes another flag in.
It might be starting to get a little chippy.
It could be we'll see whether it's holding or face mask. Because now the Panthers are backing up. So incidental, 5 yard. Puts the ball inside the Panther 20 to the 19, and it's going to be first and about 1.5 yards to go. So the Mustangs break the huddle. They send one wide out to the near side. High formation again. Quarterback sets him down, taking his time. Takes the ball, hands off to deep back, and they meet him right at the line. He might have got enough surge to pick up the first down, but not a whole lot. I don't think so. I think it's going to be second and 1 yard.
Second and 1.
So you can have 3rd and 1 and still go for it on 4th and 1. So the Panthers really going to have dig in here if they want to stop a first down on this series. 8:11 to go here in the 4th quarter. Again, the Panthers up big, 35-0 over the Mustangs. One wide out to the far side. I formation again. Quarterback takes his time. Hands off to the back through. He breaks the line, gets to the head. He dives inside and right about the 15th. Has the first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and they haven't deviated all night what they're doing. You know, I bet other than those 4 plays, the 2 pass plays and the 2 running plays, he's had every single play tonight.
So I guess that's what you call a workhorse.
Oh yeah, he's
and they are the Mustangs. So hey, one wide out to the near side. Panthers trying to dig in here on defense. High formation for the Mustangs. They take the ball, hand it off to the back. He cuts back inside, dives in, and looks like they pile him up for a gain of about 2 or so on the play. We'll see where they spot the ball after the pile unravels here. And they're going to give him about, let's call it 2, so let's call it 2nd and 8 for the Mustang. Clock is headed towards 7 minutes to go here. As the Panthers would really like the shutout. They'd like to come up with a turnover on downs here or a turnover. Now the Mustangs break the huddle. They send 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Quarterback, again, now operates out of the shotgun. Waits for the snap. Takes the ball, runs it to the far side, throws it in the flat, and it's tipped. Bounced out, and out of bounds off of 2 Panthers. Had their hands on it. Goes incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and 2 guys it went through 3 guys' hands, and then they lost it where it went.
So 3rd and 8 with 6:34 to go here. Again, our hats off to the Panther fans who made this trip down, a 4-hour drive. Great crowd from Phillipsburg here. And they're trying to cheer on their Panthers. They go back to the I formation, the Mustangs do. Quarterback takes the ball, hands off. He cuts up, and the Panthers meet him right at the line. And he uses his leg force, drives forward for a couple more yards. And let's see, they mark the ball down. It's going to be 4th and 6, let's call it. Now we'll see what the Mustangs want to do here on 4th and 6. Play comes in from the sideline. Panthers, or the Mustangs break the huddle. They send 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Quarterback operates this time out of the shotgun. Under 6 minutes to go here in the 4th. Snap is back. Quarterback throws the ball, and it's tipped away. Panthers will get it on downs. So they turn the ball over. They come up and hold the shutout in place here as the Panthers now look like they're sending in a few reserves as 55 coming into the ball game. That would be Taylor, sophomore, 6'2". He's played some on the line this year. Panthers break the huddle. As they said, 1 wide out. Most of the starters still in there, I believe.
Yeah.
As now, Blackburn hands it off to Rodriguez. He just dives ahead, looking for a little bit of running room. As they spot the ball down for a gain of about 2.5. Let's call it 2nd and a long 7 for the Panthers. As Johnson's out of the ball game, I don't see who replaced him. Looks like
Eli Skimper.
Skimper's in there. They send 1 wide out to each side. They go to the flex mode. Panthers send the man in motion. Pitch the ball, I believe that's to Skimper. Skimper looking for running room. Cuts it up and hits the hole. Lowers his shoulder and gets the first down. Nice run.
Late flag.
Flag comes in late. Let's see what this is. Skimper had a nice run. Hopefully it stands up. As we'll see what it is. Face mask against them. So ball's placed down at about the 27-yard line. So there was a run of about 14, 15 yards. And they get a 5-yard incidental contact for the face mask and puts the ball up to the Panther 32. Panthers stay in the wishbone. Blackburn hands the ball off to Hanson. Hanson has a running room. Makes one guy miss, lowers his head, dives in. He's out to the 44-yard line. And that's enough for a Panther first down. So, Panthers today mark it right out the 45. 4:50 and counting here. Panthers leading it by the score of 35-0 here over the Mustangs. Again, the Panthers break the huddle. They stay in the wishbone. Again, Blackburn sets him down. Hands off to Moon. Moon follows his blockers. I believe that's Moon.
Yep.
As Moon gets ahead for a short gain of about 5. So that's his first carry, maybe of the season.
Of the year.
Of the year. So now they are moving some of the other players in and out as Moon will come out. And Skipper goes back in. Play comes in. We've got 4:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Panthers again leading it 35-0. Panthers break the huddle. They send 1 wide out to each side. Now they go back to the flex mode. Skipper comes in motion. They hand the ball off. And now he's met right at the line, and there's nothing. He loses maybe a yard on the play. So, let's call it 3rd and 6 now for the Panthers. Clock continues to roll. We're at 3:30 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Panthers are going to go to 3 and 6 on the year. So they win their last football game of this year. Again, they stay in the flex mode, 1 wide out. Skipper comes in motion again. Again, they fake it. Now Blackburn goes around the corner. He's got some running room, cuts back inside, makes one guy miss. It's a foot race. He's at the 20, the 10, 15, touchdown!
51 yards.
And no flags. So with 3:14 to go here in the fourth, the Panthers are on the board again on a 51-yard run by Blackburn. And the Panthers now lead it by the score of 41-0 over the Mustangs. Now, Panthers look like they are lining up. And Boyle will be in. No, they're going for 2.
Burrish is in the backfield.
So Burrish in the backfield. Now, Blackburn hands the ball off to Burrish. Burrish just runs and powers in for a 2-point conversion. It's good. That's 43-0 as Burrish scores his first points, probably of his career, on a 2-point conversion. Now that's fitting. That's kind of nice.
That kid has put in work for 4 years and been on some really good teams and some really bad teams, and he's stuck with it. And he is the heart and soul of this team right now. This year, for the last couple years, he's really been that unspoken leader.
Yep. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Panther Football here on KQMA and the World Wide Web.
Thank you for watching PTV Sports. This broadcast is brought to you by these MyPhillipsCountyOnline.com sponsors: First National Bank and Trust, Rogers & Associates Insurance, Coombs Trucking, Dana Grandman at American Family Insurance, Firebolt Ag LLC, and Farmers National Bank.
Yeah, with 3:14 left to go in the fourth, the Panthers scoring more than half the points they scored all season here, leading at 43-0. Boyle has it teed up, approaches the football, kicks it off. Again, coming down, caught at the 15. He's at the 20, looking for a hole. 25, spins around, and gets it back to about the 30, 29-yard line. And the Mustangs will start 1st and 10 from that spot. So we've got 3:07 to go. Panthers pitching a shutout and scoring a bunch here in this game.
We've finally come to life. It's almost that point in the game is, which coach yields first and puts his younger players in.
Panthers still have their starting defense basically out there. You got Keaton, Hanchen, Rodriguez, Ford, Burrish. Maybe Hughes is now out there, maybe as defense, Miller, Seams, and the Mustangs go to a shotgun. Take the ball, hand it off to a different back, I believe. I don't think that was Flores.
That was number 84.
84, and he dives ahead for a gain of about 6 on the play. As they give it to one of their linemen. Huh?
Yep.
And they say, if you can do it, we'll do it. Yeah. So, gain of 5. Let's call it 2nd and 5. Now, Seams comes out, and Ford goes back in as a defensive end. So now, they go back to their normal formation, one to the far side, I formation for the Mustang. Quarterback under center, takes a snap, hands off to the deep back, and he piles through, and the Panthers slow him up, hold him up, and we'll see where they spot the ball. Now number 24 for the Panthers coming in,
Caden
Hudson. Hanchen comes out. It'll be 3rd and 1 for the Mustangs. We're headed at 2:10 and counting here in the 4th and final quarter of the 2021 season. Mustangs again break the huddle, one wide out to their side, I formation behind the quarterback. Quarterback looks over the defense. Again, takes all kinds of time, hands off to fullback. He shoots through there, gets the first down, and gains about 5 yards on the quick hitter. And the Mustangs pick up a first down. So clock stopped as they set the line. 1:44 to go.
Well, and they're not in any hurry. It's just like methodical.
53. Cole Keaton coming in as Seth comes out. Cole coming in here for the last minute 30. And the Mustangs stay in their I formation. They don't even try to put the points on. They pitch it to the far side, runs to the far outside, makes one guy miss, and is bounced out of bounds, but gets about 7 yards on the play, looks like. Clock stops as he goes out of bounds on the far side. So, Cole Keaton in there after his hand injury kept him out most of the year.
Yeah.
Nice to see him in there, but wrestling will start up here in a couple weeks. As now, the Mustangs break the huddle. They send one to the far side, Moon comes in, and Davis comes out for the Panthers. I formation. Mustangs take it, hand off to fullback. He is tackled right about the line as Burrish again wrestles him down. They spot him a half a yard, maybe a yard ahead, and it's going to be third, and let's call it 1 for the Mustangs. Clock is under a minute right now. Final minute of the 2021 season, as the Panthers were going to win this one. Right now, leading at 43-0, and the Mustangs in no hurry whatsoever. Mustangs break the huddle. They send one wide out to the near side. I formation. Quarterback under center. Takes the snap. Pitches it to the deep back. He comes inside. Burrish cuts him down. He gets the first down. He's ahead for a gain of about 3 on the play. And it will be enough for a first down. They'll set the chains and start the clock. We have 30 seconds left to go in this season for the Panthers and the Mustangs. I'm surprised the Mustangs didn't put the ball in the air, just trying to get that goose egg off the board, but clock is at 20 seconds. They send one wide out to the near side. I formation again for the Mustangs. Quarterback pitches it, hands it to the back, makes one guy miss, cuts upside, Dan dives ahead for about 10 yards right up the gut, and that's going to be the final play of the season. As the game ends, the Panthers on top by the score of 43-0 over the Southwest Mustangs. Here the Panthers go up and improve their record from 2-6. They go up to 3-6. The Mustangs will fall to 2-7 on the year.
But a trusted
so
choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Let us shop for you. Contact Rogers and Associates to learn more.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Firebolt Ag, located in Phillipsburg and in Norton, is a full-service fertilizer and chemical company that is here to help you increase your yields and profits. Count on Firebolt Ag to provide you professional and friendly service. We also provide cash marketing with our ag consultant and have options for crop insurance as well. Firebolt Ag, farmers helping farmers succeed.
Hi. We're looking for insurance.
Let's see who's free.
When insurance agents work for only one company, their options are simply limited. But a trusted choice independent agent is free to shop many companies for a better deal. Free to do what's right for you.
Let us shop for you. Contact Rogers and Associates to learn more.